Hello, my name is Florence, and I'm a student nurse, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the natural family planning method uh, used to prevent pregnancies. So the way I'm going to do with this is that I have some information on the board, and I will first of all talk with you a few things before I can explain to you how the method works. Is that okay? So the first thing with the natural family planning method is that it's about counting days. The menstruation cycle consists of 28 days. In the 28 days, there are including the first day when you had your menstruation. It could be probably about 5 days of your menstruation, and then 14 days following your menstruation. Those days are considered to be free days, or you are unable to get pregnant. And then after the 14 days, it's followed by 5 days. Those 5 days are the days that you are most likely to get pregnant. And they are also having your body also starts producing certain signs that you may notice unusual. Those signs include cervical secretions, and also fluctuation in your body temperature. So in that situation, you need to have a thermometer so that you can keep on monitoring and recording your temperature. And also it's for after the 14 days, it's then, after the 5 dangerous days, it's followed by 3 days which are okay for you to have an affair without getting pregnant. And then the 28 days and there, and then it's the cycle starts again from number one up to the last. So in terms of, like, if you are having some sexually transmitted infections such as HIV/AIDS or syphilis, this is not going to be a good method for you, because first of all, you will be immune compromised, and you will be vulnerable to get more complicated diseases. And then also, if you have those STI or STDs, you are more likely to transmit it to your partner. So also, in case if you have more than one partner, this method is not the best for you, because it's you are not going to be able um, to understand or control those days. And also, if you're bleeding, this is not good to use, because during the time when you're bleeding, you cannot monitor the secretions, and also it's just hard. And in such a situation, I would advise you to meet with your primary care provider or your gynecologist. And then in terms of sexually transmitted diseases, if you know that you're having those STDs, also advise that you use a condom. A male condom would be the best, so that you prevent yourself or some other persons from getting infected. Then in terms of your partner, you need to be able to bring your partner here so that I can educate him as well, because in order for this method to work, both of you have to be able to cooperate, because if he forces you to have an affair when it's time to when the time when you're it's your time for it, it's the dangerous days in your menstruation cycle, then you're more likely to conceive and give birth to unwanted child. So so I would encourage you to talk to him, and I can also call him, make appointments so that he can come, so I can explain to him, so that it's you all are on the same page. Is that okay? And then now, as I said, in terms of like if you're bleeding, please don't have sex, because you don't know what can happen in between there. Okay, let me transfer you to the table, and in case if you have any questions as I explained, please let me know. Is that okay? Okay. So this is the table. This is the table that I made. And before I could continue, in order for this method to work, you need to have a a diary. You need to have a diary or a planner which has days, so that you are able to mark when you had your first day, when you had your first day of menstruation, and then when you had your free 14 days, and then when you had your dangerous days, and the cycle goes on like that. Because if you don't have something like this, we are human beings, you can easily forget. So I would encourage you to have a smaller diary. It can be as small as it could be. Or you can also use your phone. You can use a calendar on your phone to monitor these days. That can also be very helpful. Is that okay? Okay. So in terms of the table, this is how the table works. So I have put here 3 months. I have the months of September, October, and November. So September has 30 days, October has 31 days, and November has 30 days. So when you look here, when you look up here, so we are assuming you are having your periods on the 6th of September. So September, you have on the 5th of September, up to 5 days. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Those are 5 days when you had your menstruation period. And that's where the first day of the 28th menstruation days in the cycle start. So you start your menstruation on 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. That the periods are no longer coming, you're no longer bleeding. And then the following 10 days, the following 10th day, those are free days. You count 14 days after the day you had your periods. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. Those are 14 days, and you can have any time to meet with your partner without getting pregnant. Then after the 14 days, the next day, which is the 24th, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, those are the ones I had earlier on said that you are more likely to get pregnant. And personally, I call them dangerous days. And that's why I have marked them in red. So I would encourage you to mark those days and make sure that you don't have an affair or meet with your partner on that day. And then, because if you do meet during this time, you're going to get pregnant. You're going to conceive. So then after the 5 days, which you continue, the 29th, you're free. You can continue meeting with your partner. The 30th of September, you can still continue meeting. And then up to 1st and 2nd of October, and that's the end of the 28 days of the menstruation cycle. And then it starts again the same way it started. So on the 3rd of October, that's the time when you are going to have you're going to start your menstruation again. So when you start your menstruation again, it continues for 5 days. On the 3rd, on the 4th, 5th, 6th, you had your periods on those days. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, you had your periods. And then after that, the 14 days following the menstruation, you're going to have, again the 14 free days. Those are, I call them freelancer. You can have an affair from the 7th up to the 21st of October. No problem. Nothing is going to happen. After that comes in again the dangerous days. Those are the days when you are most likely to get pregnant or to conceive. And conceiving or pregnancy takes place uh, uh, within uh, within 24 to 48 hours. So you have to watch, and as I stated previously, you also have to watch your cervical secretions and also your temperature. Have a little thermometer, check your temperature and record it, and make sure that during the 5 dangerous days you are not going to have that unwanted child. And then after that, after the 26th of October, you have more free days. You have 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. 27th, 29th, 30th. You have free time. You can have an affair. If you are not going beyond the 28th days of the menstruation cycle, then you are within, then on the 30th you are expecting again to get your period, which is going to start counting on the first day of your menstruation cycle. Some clients always ask, why am I having periods twice in the same month? Because you had your periods on the 3rd of October up to the 7th of October. Now, before even October is over, again, I'm having my periods on the 31st. That is normal. It's because the menstruation cycle consists of only 28 days, and October has more than 28 days. So they keep on like adding and subtracting from each month like that continuously. So it continues, the cycle continues like that. You come up to you start your periods on the 31st of October, first of and that is the first day of your menstruation cycle. You come to the second, third, fourth, fifth, and your period is over. If you are someone who's going for your menstruation for 5 days, and then you start counting again 5 days after menstruation period, you start from the 5th of November up to the 18th of November. That's a free time, freelancer. You can do anything you want. You can, but you make sure you're having only one partner. This method is mainly best for clients who have only one partner, one faithful partner, and your partner also has to be faithful. Otherwise, if he goes outside there and messes up from there, then it's going to bring STDs. And then from there, it continues like that. The dangerous days again come 19, 20, 21, 22, 23rd. Those are 5 days. You have to stay away. Do not meet. And if you cannot control yourself, or if your partner is not cooperative, use a condom, because otherwise you're going to have an unwanted child. If not, you can also use withdrawal method. Once it's about to release, withdraw, pull out, and then wash and then clean up the mess. But when you have not brought that unwanted child in the world, and then you continue from there for 24th up to the rest of the month, you are still looking at those 3 days, and it continues like that, and so on. I suggest you do it for about 3 months or 6, so that you don't have to doubt yourself. And every day you make sure you check your calendar. You make sure to check what is the day today, what are my periods, because we are human beings, you can forget, and that is it. So one extra note is that make sure you check your temperature. Have a little thermometer, check your temperature, record it. Even you can even record at the back of this notebook. Or my temperature today was this and this. You can just record it, and also make sure you monitor also the secretions to make sure that, because when those secretions happen, that's a sign that there's something going to take place. You're going to get pregnant. And then make sure you are using this method only when you have one partner. And if you are in doubt within there, just go to CVS and do a pregnancy test. It costs a little bit of some little money, and make sure that you're sure. And also, if you know that you are having signs and symptoms of like bleeding and all that, as I said before, talk to your primary care provider and also your gynecologist, and make sure that you test yourself to make sure that you don't have any STDs or STIs. And if you do have them, then get treatment. Okay, that's all for now. I hope you got some value in this teaching video about natural family planning method. And in case if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now, Florence. Thank you.